another episode of exclusive interviews on Gyrl TV. I am Salam Lackey, and today we have our special guest, Dr. Faraz Farahnik from Encino Dental Smiles. Dr. Farahnik is known for working on some of the biggest celebrities out there, from the NFL industry to the music industry to some of your favorite reality stars. Without further ado, Dr. Faraz, can you tell us a little bit about you and your practice?
First of all, thanks for having me. My name is Dr. Faraz Farahnik. Some people know me by Dr. Raz to make things easier. I am the cosmetic and leading dentist at Encino Dental Smile. We're located in Encino, California, which is basically in LA, California. We do see a lot of beautiful patients from all around the world, and the US, we have about 18 to 19 states that we see, and we are predicting to finish this year by almost seeing at least a patient from every single state in the US. We do have a group of celebrities, influencers, music producers, rappers, athletes, and a bunch of other cool factors that happen to be part of our practice, and we mainly focus on smile designs and veneers.
Now, I took a look at your work. Obviously, the before and after achievements are astounding, and only someone with that type of passion can have the results that you guys have achieved. What inspired you to get into this industry?
Started by just being in the field. I've been in the field since I was a teenager, 15, 16 years old. I needed an income, and it just happened to be by luck that a dental office was available for a job, and I took the job, and I stayed in that field my entire career. It's been 16, 17 years that I've been in the field. And then what caused the whole cosmetic shift was mainly because of the impact it brought. As you mentioned, we've done some extreme cases. Not every veneer case or cosmetic case is an extreme case. But the reason we love those cases is because of the dramatic improvement and the way that it changes the lifestyle for the patients. Even for our patients that do extremely well, we constantly hear that, "Doc, ever since my smile changed, so many doors opened." And that's like one of the biggest points of satisfaction from our field, because we take the aspect of shyness, we take the aspect of being closed offness, and we let people open up. And when you open up generally, emotionally, physically, or even generally cosmetically with your smile, for a fact, we see doors open, and that goes for anybody. It could be small career, big career, family, significant others. It just opens a lot of doors, and that's one of the best aspects of it.
Now, this show is all about helping people get their life, and I'm sure you're going to help us do that. There are a lot of myths out there right now where, it probably scares the life out of some people when it comes to thinking about cosmetic dentistry, because they think about, the pain, et cetera, et cetera. What are some of the myths that are out there right now that you would love to debunk?
My biggest thing these days is that dentistry has changed and has evolved for the better. We all of us have had a dramatic experience growing up, because dentistry 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago is not the same as now. And if you feel like you're getting the same treatment as you were as a kid, maybe you're not in the right practice. And that's the biggest thing. Yes, dentistry at times could be uncomfortable, but those uncomfortableness should be brought to attention prior. So that's why we really urge that you see your dentist once in a while, every 6 months. Just hop in so you avoid those bad experiences. And that goes back to a myth. I don't have pain in my teeth, so I didn't see the reason I had to go see my dentist. That's a really big myth. Like, you cannot wait around for things to hurt. So dentistry is a preventative field. What does that mean? That means that you need to be ahead of the pain. Once it hits the pain, then we're in a stickier situation. Then we talk about nerve damage and things that could get more complex. While if you're preventing it, it could be something super small. Maybe you just needed a nice cleaning to get rid of gum problems. Maybe you just had a tiny little cavity and you just needed a composite filling. But if you sit and wait on that, it just becomes a big picture. Now, changing the topic to cosmetic dentistry, one of the biggest myths about cosmetic dentistry is that they need to shave your teeth down to a little nub. Like, I know there's like things on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok especially, that there are patients that show their smile makeover in the process as it's happening, and they smile and the teeth are like tiny. That's a big myth. It does not have to go there. The only times it goes there is if patient came in a really bad tooth condition and we need to remove a lot of surface just to protect the patient and remove the cavities. The other times that you see that is when patients go to different parts of the world, different countries where they have different standards of dentistry. So as it might be scary looking to us, it's a common practice in different countries. So that's another big myth about cosmetic dentistry. We do not need to shave your teeth down to a lot, especially if you go into a high-end practice that their porcelain is very high quality and it supports, and you don't need too much structure taken off.
Okay, we are practically 30 days away from trick-or-treating, and there's going to be a lot of TikTok challenges out there. Obviously, there's going to be so many treats that are going to come up in the market. So what are some of the tips that you would love to give parents on how to enjoy Halloween and still take care of their teeth?
Me being the style of dentist that I am, I don't want to tell my patients to change your lifestyle. This is not a diet plan that you need to completely cut things out. As long as you do it in small moderations, and it's not something that you're doing frequently. Like frequent snacking it's worse than anything in dentistry, because once you frequently snack, you're not frequently cleaning and things lay around. So wrapping around to Halloween, the tricks are with the parents with young kids. I've seen two things that works really well. It's fine, take your kids trick-or-treating, but try to find a way to substitute what they collect to other things they like. So as a parent, say, hey, you did a great job collecting all this. You had a lot of fun. You went door to door. We got that aspect down. Let's take some of your candy and let's swap it out, and I'll exchange it with a toy or something like that. So they're still getting a positive reinforcement, still getting the experience, which is really important in America as being part of the Halloween, costumes and the culture. So you're not taking that away, but at the same time, you're taking some of the sugar away. And that helps. So again, as long as it's in moderation, as long as you're doing your daily hygiene routine, you should be safe. And again, this all wraps around about going to see your dentist once in a while. Everybody gets some sort of cavity, even me, even anybody that's on top of it. There's, besides sugar and stuff, there's, the type of bacteria you have in your mouth, the kind of sometimes leans towards genetics. There's other aspects. So we can sort of lean on sugar and say that's the fact. There's other aspects. You still got to visit your dentist.
Perfect. I think those tips are so important because there are a lot of, regimens out there that are going around, like, I believe I've heard one of like brushing your teeth with coconut oil, and then obviously there's the charcoal regimen.
Stay away from charcoal toothpaste and teeth whitening.
Are you serious?
Stay away from it. Stay away from it. That's been a big myth for a long time. A lot of the cosmetic or general dentists are really talking about it. It's not for us. It's the research is coming out. It's too abrasive. It's basically sanding away your teeth and a lot of other stuff that is constantly coming out. So add that to my myths. No to charcoal. 3 things, and I covered the main 3 things that we get. General dentistry with oral hygiene. A big misunderstanding with a lot of us is that you need to understand the routine of your oral hygiene. A lot of people start brushing, then flossing, then doing mouth rinse, or they find their own method that they know it works. For the fact, it's always flossing first, brushing second, and lastly, if you have a rinse that you like to rinse out with, that's the last thing you do. So that's another myth. People got their order mixed up. So that's the fact for general dentistry. Going back, another thing is that I really like to kind of talk about is patients that have braces before. So if you had braces and you had retainers, just because you lost your retainers, that doesn't mean it's over. teeth constantly move, and a lot of people don't know that. So as long as you had orthodontic treatment, even if you don't have orthodontic treatment, you might look into some sort of a retainer option, because your teeth constantly move, and the name explains it itself. Retainer, it retains your teeth in the right position.
Right.
Now, switching back to cosmetic, my biggest advice for cosmetic people is just because you have veneers, you have beautiful set of teeth, you have great porcelain on your teeth that doesn't stain and it looks nice for a long period of time, it doesn't mean that you need to slow down on your brushing and flossing. Veneers are generally a small shell that go over your natural teeth. That means majority of what's in your mouth is your own teeth still. So you gotta stick with the flossing, you gotta stick with the brushing, and you gotta see your dentist for your general cleanings.
Oh my God, just like, okay, so charcoal has definitely been the biggest rave out there right now. I mean, I've seen charcoal toothbrushes, I've seen charcoal infused in mouthwash, and obviously the charcoal toothpaste. So that is very important. So you guys heard it from Dr. Raz, no charcoal. And you know, I know that you have so much more advice to offer our audience. How can they get in touch with you?
I feel like the most comfortable way is through Instagram. We get a lot of drive through social media. We're now officially on TikTok for a little bit, so our TikTok is also picking up. But generally speaking, any way you reach out to us, we'll get to you. Our customer service is fantastic. We have a great group of team inside, from hygiene to our specialists. So another question that comes around to our office is, do you guys just do veneers? No, we don't, because we do full mouth reconstructions, and sometimes we need implants, bridges. We do a lot of gum contouring. We have one of the greatest hygiene team. So we do every aspects of dentistry, and we are equipped with one of the best equipments in the dental field. And we're really proud of the material we use, the type of service we give. And that's why, we get constantly asked, Doc, what is your secret? What is the secret? How do you do all this? And the secret, it really is, we work hard. We provide great service. We provide great, products as far as our veneer goes and the quality goes. And generally the word gets around. So that's a little picture about our office. And you could reach out to us however: Instagram, TikTok, email, phone number, text, however way you could reach out to us. We're more than happy to reach back out and include you as part of our family.
Thank you so much for that information. You guys, do not be shy to reach out to Encino Dental Smiles on social media, or you can call. Dr. Raz is there for you guys. Now, we know that there are so many, young people out there who are reaching for goals, who are looking to be, maybe in the dental practice. They see your reach from when you started, when you were younger, and now you're taking care of some of their favorite celebrities. What kind of advice could you leave to someone who really wants to strive to be in the industry?
My biggest advice is, first thing, get into what you want to do even before going into dental school. So you want to make sure you love what you do. I absolutely love what I do, and that's my secret, because I wake up happy and I'm excited to go to work. So my biggest advice is, first, get into the field. Make sure mentality-wise it's the same thing that you feel like it is. And then make sure you absolutely love it. If you love it, you're going to be successful. So it doesn't matter what it is. So if you think cosmetic dentistry is for you, or dentistry overall is for you, get to working in a dental office just like I did. I was working in a dental office for 8 years before I even became a dentist. So I really understood what I was getting myself into, and I felt like I was comfortable and I loved it. And that's why it got me to where I am. So that's what I highly, highly suggest. Do not be that person that gets to the job and is like surprised by all its aspects and all its hardships and all the facts together. That's my biggest advice.
Thank you so much, Dr. Raz, for providing us with the information that you've given us today. We've walked away with so much. You guys who are tuning in, you heard all the advice that you could have, so you should have no excuses around Halloween. But if you do have, questions or anything that you would like to know from your own personal experience, you guys can definitely reach Dr. Raz on Instagram at Encino Dental Smiles. You guys can call and, send in your questions, because they're there. They are there. And we know that at the end of the day, they're going to give you guys that glam celebrity smile that you're looking for. But thank you so much for tuning in with us on exclusive interviews with Gyrl TV. I am Soulja Boy, and I hope that we helped you get your life today.
Don't forget to get your life with Gyrl TV playbacks on YouTube. Follow us on all social media platforms at Gyrl TV and catch up with the trending news online at www.gyrlversion.net. We'll see you on the next exclusive interview.